People can choose to watch it or not by themselves, but I love to watch it. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like, people choose not to watch certain games all the time. I never have a problem with that. I always say, jump into a stream when you want to watch it. Jump out when you don't want to watch it. Some people don't watch my action streams. Some people just want to watch me doing, like, some people just want to watch this. Some people are just like, Fardamoru is great. It's a dark storyline, and you're pretty good at doing, like, visual novels. Some people don't want to watch me doing action stuff. Some people don't want to watch me doing, like, collabs with other people. Some people specifically only want to watch me do collabs with other people because they don't actually like me too much, but they like how I support people in collabs. I mean, yeah, none of that's going to make me go, oh, people don't like this, so I must never do that. I'm a person. I'm well-rounded. I can do whatever I feel like. People don't want to show up for it. They don't have to. And that's fine. I'm going to keep doing whatever I enjoy. Trying new things and seeing what I do enjoy and having fun with things. That's the healthy way. Yeah, I'd get bored. If I listened to what everybody said they didn't like and what they only specifically want me to do, for one thing, it wouldn't work. Because like I said, there's so many different people. There's so many people who... I get so many times in my marshmallows, people telling me, you need to do more collabs. I don't like your solo content, but I like when you're with X liver. You make them really shine. And I'm like, oh, cool. Fuck off. And then at the same time, I get so many marshmallows that are like, you need to not do collabs anymore. Your personality isn't particularly strong when it comes to other people. You just act as like a supporting character. I prefer your solo content where it's just like the Comfydants and you. I get them in so many different directions, and every streamer does that. We've talked about it like between us and Nijisanji as well, where people will always nitpick. There will always be people who just jump into a stream and are like, I don't like this particular one. And let me tell you why. If I'm particularly loud one day, people will be like, oh God, he's so loud and annoying. And then if I'm particularly quiet one day, people will be like, oh my God, he's not even saying anything. Is he in a bad mood? Why did he even show up if he's in a bad mood? Like, no matter what you do, there's got to be someone who shows up and is like, I don't like this today. Fuck that guy. And yeah, you just have to, like, you take the criticism and you take the things that actually work out of it. And you're like, you know what? This thing is correct. Like, I've taken so many pieces of criticism where it's been like, okay, people don't like when I'm playing, like, an intense, like, story game and thank super chats during the game. And even though that gets the people that do that anyway, like, a lot more income. Like, people who do, like, interrupt games and just be like, oh, thank you for the super chat, and, like, interact with things live as they're coming in, they naturally get more super chats because there's more super chat interaction. But I'm like, you know what? You're right. I prefer, like, focusing on the story over that, so I stick to that. I take the criticism that works for me and that works in a direction that I want to be going in. And the criticism that's just people being like, I don't like X, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, you have to be able to take the criticism that you actually know is a good idea for your channel. Every streamer is a different type of streamer. And if you don't like a certain type of streamer, it's easy enough to just move on and find a different one. That's the thing. I'm never going to be insulted if somebody comes in and is like, I don't like the way you stream. I'll just be like, there's 29 other members of Nijisanji EN, and then like an infinity out there of other streamers. Go find one that you particularly like. Don't try to mold every streamer and be like, I really like this one thing you do. You should do only that. Because then eventually people would just get sick of it, and I know I'd get bored of it. I could maybe play nothing but Zelda for the rest of my life. Just about any other game series, I'd get bored of. The BGM makes it even more inspirational. I mean, it's not even inspirational. It's just like a simple understanding kind of thing. It's important to know when to take criticism as well, is the big thing. Like, there have been so many pieces of criticism that people have told me that I'm like, that is a good one. And there's one that I'm working on, like, right now, like, the background, like, people have been telling me forever they hate this. They hate the chat being, like, morphed 3D style because it makes it super hard to read. It's, like, super tiny, and it's like, okay, when I get a new background, the chat box is going to be way bigger, don't worry, and it's going to be just like everyone else where the chat box is just floating over the thing. It's not going to look all, like, technological. People don't like that one. There's also the fact that, like, people don't like that when I'm in, like, gameplay full screen. Let me show you that one. What we've been on all day. People don't like the fact that I'm so small in this. They want to be able to see more of my face. And I'm trying to work on that right now. The main thing is, like, for this game, if I made myself just a big head on top of this, then I wouldn't be able to show you these beautiful, like, these costumes. It would just have, like, a tiny bit of hair. So for now, I'm keeping myself like this, but in the future, I'm probably going to make my head bigger so you can see more of my emotion when I'm reacting to things. But yeah, for now, I like this because like we've got so many costume assets made. Maybe I'll just make myself like bigger. I don't know. Maybe I'll just be like, Wong. And it depends on the game as well. Some games you'd be able to do this. Some games, this just takes up way too much. Different things to consider as we go on. Always good to keep updating, try different things for different games, try different things for different streams, and keep working. It's just one of those things where you have to balance. You have to keep trying to do what's best for your content and your community. And that's what I'm doing throughout the whole thing. I'm trying to balance. I'm trying to find what works for me, but also what works for other people. And so, yeah, when people suggest things to me, I listen to them and I think about them. And if they don't work for me, I'm just like, yeah, it's not going to happen. Meanwhile, yeah, I do like getting suggestions. That's why I always have my marshmallows open. Thank you for the efforts and all the background work you do. I do my best. That's the thing. I'd say every streamer does their best. You never know what else other people are working on. Like there are some people that can do like 2 streams a day every day and stream for like 12 hours a day. They're fine. And then there are some people that have like a bunch of other things to do in their real life, a bunch of other commitments that they don't necessarily talk about, like health problems, issues, other jobs because they just don't make enough money and they're trying to do stuff. And that's the thing. That's why it's always been for me. If you enjoy the streams, show up and enjoy the streams. And I'm so happy with that. And if you're ever like not into a stream or you just like fall out of enjoying the streams in general, feel free to leave. It's all good. I am here having fun with this and doing my best to make it into something that I enjoy doing and that other people also enjoy. That's all that I can do. I can't be perfect for everybody. If you try to be perfect for everybody, you end up horrible for everybody. You go too far in one direction and one type of person loves you and then other types of people absolutely hate you. And it's also good to respect what other people do. Like, that's the thing. I would not be able to do the kind of ASMRs that Voxy does, but I respect the hell out of him being able to do them and being able to create them. I would not be able to have the kind of relationship with my chat that Hex does. I respect that he does it that way. He has fans that like him. I would never be able to be as like creative as Millie or as calm and relaxed as Uki. It's all different kinds of streamers. Everybody has their own style. And I'm never going to be like, that kind of streamer is annoying or cringe or stupid. They're different kind of streamers and they have their audience. Everybody likes them. And meanwhile, there's so many indies out there that are still trying to find their way in the world that honestly are probably quite often a lot better than the big corpo VTubers that are doing something unique and just haven't found their audience yet. And hopefully they will find their audience. Because obviously there's massive indies as well. But there's so many indies who just never get seen by anybody because it's so hard to get picked up by the algorithm when you're first starting. Literal 2 views who just like are doing amazing and should get picked up and should be seen by people, but it's hard to get word out at first and have people like look at you and say, oh, this guy's cool. Let me make some clips for them. Let me share what they're doing to the world. Yeah. Everybody's unique. Everybody has their own style. Everybody is just doing what they do. Enjoy it. Stay. Don't enjoy it. Leave. And yeah, I'm sorry. I rambled on about that a lot. I've been thinking about that shit a lot recently. It's hard to get like an audience on you.